मेरे साथी तथा मित्र मनोज सिन्हा जी, मित्तल जी, हेमंत कुमार जी, मुखर्जी जी, अग्रवाल जी, जिन्होंने सब इतनी बढ़िया बेहतरीन तरीके से इस म्यूज़ियम को बनाया, ऐसे सभी साथी रेल परिवार के और रेल में काम करने वाले परिवार के भी लोगों को इसमें स्वागत करता हूं और धन्यवाद भी देता हूं। भाई बहन, वैसे मनोज सिन्हा जी को अब तक मैं जानता था कि एक इंजीनियर है, लेकिन अभी पता चला वो कवि भी है। जिस तरह से उन्होंने बताया बिल्कुल सही है कि एक बहुत ही अच्छे वातावरण में हम लोग एक अच्छी चीज बनने का आनंद और अनुभव ले रहे हैं। वैसे देखा जाए तो म्यूजियम इज अ प्लेस वेयर वन शुड विजिट टू reminisce about history. There are various artifacts, items which reminds about a time which has gone by. But there are many areas in which in museum, we can also learn a lot. So museum is a place for students, museum is a place for professionals, museum is a place for those who want to entertain themselves because this is made in such a beautiful way. So museum is a great place, and particularly I don't know how many rail museums are there worldwide, but I know one in UK which I am aware of, but I don't know in other places. But I am sure this particular museum will be a place which will, once you put it on a website, that's why I was telling them, why don't you put it on the website? There will be so many people who will be tempted to visit this, irrespective of their interests. So they will have multifarious interest, as I said, researchers, scholars, technicians, professionals, students, many others will definitely like to visit it. And it has been made in a really magnificent way. So I really congratulate all those who are responsible for making this happen. And it's really a great place to be there. And you can visit this place with family, so you can entertain yourself, spend a lot of time, leisurely time. And it's located also in a very good part of Delhi. So it's really a very good monument, and I'm sure in the course of next few months, it will become one of the biggest tourist attraction for those who visit Delhi. They'll definitely like to drop in and look at this place. Actually, when we talk about history, you come here, so you feel really happy about whatever contribution we have made. Railway history is a history of modern industrialization in the world. The railway itself was born as a byproduct of industrialization. And industrialization made it possible for the railway to grow. This evolution of railway by bringing in new technologies, making all the parts and components that were necessary to make it, wouldn't have been possible without industrialization. But industrialization itself gave birth to railway. Had there not been industrialization, I am not sure whether railway could have been born. But eventually, one has led to another, and now railways have grown in leaps and bounds in many parts of the world. But history, therefore, of railway is a railway of the history of industrialization. But when we look around, we also must keep in mind that what railways have contributed in the past is something which has been imported from different parts of the world. We had to get new technologies, new ideas, how to run the railways, how to make railways, locomotives, coaches. All that was done. And even in India, the Britishers started railways to serve their own interest. But now, this history should be a reminder for us as to what the railway should do in the next few decades is to serve our national interest. What is the railway should be doing now is what India needs today. What is the requirement of India? The railways must be able to contribute. And that is why the museum is a good place to reminisce about old ideas, but also could be a place if there is another part of the Railway Museum is devoted to this, is to look at what are the new challenges we are going to face in the tomorrow and how railways should face those challenges. That is something which we really should like to do. I know in the last few years we have done commendable work, last centuries, last few decades. But what we have to do is far, far more than what we are able to do. There are several challenges, including financial, big challenge. We have technological challenges, we have managerial challenges, but all the challenges have to be met if we want to make India a different kind of country, which our Prime Minister desires, and therefore he has multiple programs to make that happen. But to do this, we must find out a new strategy. Therefore, I think all those who have done this, great job, congratulations to them. But they must also bring in a new breed of people who can look at new ideas, new challenges, and could be a place wherein they could experiment. Can you think about something like this, wherein there could be a laboratory for ideas, a new laboratory where people can come, put their ideas into reality, and can play with this, and eventually something will happen. When the Prime Minister talks about startups, this is a startup. Where is the beginning of startup? Startup is a beginning of a business. But what is the beginning of startup itself? That's the seed of an idea. You cannot have startup without that idea. And therefore that idea itself could be germinated in a place like this. And to make that happen, I think you should try to work on it. One other thing I had suggested to them, I don't know whether it's in the website, is a virtual tour of the museum. So what you can do, I think that you have to...
It is there.
Yeah, it's there, very good. Because then what can happen is that people can, any part of the world, can just log in and you can charge for it. It will not be free. And therefore you can provide a virtual tour of the museum without being here physically. And that's something also could be very interesting idea. But I think, as my colleagues have already said, it's a beautiful, great place to be in here. We are really proud, and that shows the capability of railways. If we decide to do something, we can do anything. But therefore, this has been one good example of that. We really need to create many more new monuments. And now we are also going to have a very super fast train in India. We have to get to begin with, and technology, we have no choice. But eventually, India should be able to export technologies from India to global, other countries of the world. And the other countries must be able to put a museum like this, and they must say that this is something in 21st century we got it from India, and therefore this is a museum in other parts of the world. I think that could be a great moment of pride for all of us. I am sure we will be moving in that direction, and to make that happen, this is a good place to be here, to remind about what we have done, and also a reminder of what we need to do more. So this is place for accomplishment, and also place for drawing up a new agenda for the future. So again, congratulations to all my colleagues and friends for doing this. I am sure many more people will visit this place, and then we can actually enrich through their experience some more ideas which can be put into place to make the museum a far better place. So congratulations to everybody. Wish you all a very happy new year. The calendar has been made in a very beautiful way, so I think there's a lot of creativity which is there in the museum as well. All of that should combine into making railways a far better organization than what it is today, and we are all working towards it. I am sure as a teamwork we can accomplish far more than what one can think we could. Thank you very much.